nasty work. Absolutely nasty work. Woo! Delusion. Let's start. Let's just go. So, if you have been following the crazy journey that is my life, you know now that I had to shut my channel down a few weeks ago because I knew that I was being stalked and harassed with fake accounts by people that are trying to take up for my unfortunate ex-husband, okay? Now, if you watch any of the content I've put out over the last year, you will see that I was very gentle in my delivery. I've laughed a lot, but I pretty much dropped a few bombshells, okay? And all, of course, pertaining to my marriage, my divorce, my separation, whatever you want to call it, baby. Okay, fact of the matter is, I have lent an educating tone, okay? I've educated you guys about narcissism, about the world of narcissism. I talked about ADHD. I talked about all these things. There's a few parts of my story that I have not shared yet, and actually was forced to share them because of the stalking and the extended abuse through what we like to call flying monkeys. Now, a flying monkey is pretty much the people that narcissists will send out to bother the person that they used to abuse. Now, I've had to deal with this certain flying monkey for over a year now, okay? Actually, I was dealing with the flying monkey before I even left my ex, okay? While I was still trying to get out of the relationship, I was dealing with this flying monkey because my ex-husband was having an affair with a girl at his work. Well, doesn't that sound familiar? Only it's not the girl that was from 2020. It was a different girl. And so I didn't get to those story times yet, but we will, okay? Because I had written out the timeline of events, okay? And I had actually planned to release it on December 31st during Vlogmas for my membership. But I didn't get around to it because I ended up having to shut Vlogmas down and shut my channel down because I was being what? Stalked and harassed by the flying monkeys. Now, my ex-husband has two flying monkeys. One is his mother, and the other is his girlfriend. This girlfriend used to be his mistress, okay? So here it was. Started out at work, okay? She was the work wife at first, okay? Nothing gets past me, okay? So she started out as the work wife, and then their affair began. And then, because I knew there was an affair going on, and I'll talk about that during the story times. But I knew there was an affair going on. So, because I didn't want any diseases, as I was still sleeping with my, at the time, ex-husband, you know, because if he wanted to use the vehicle, if he wanted to use my car, he thought he could dick me down, okay? He thought he could dick me down and I would give him the car keys, but I didn't do it. So the abuse continued. And I wanted it to end. And I knew there was somebody else in the picture. And like I said, I didn't want any diseases. I called it quits for a number of reasons, but the affair was definitely one of them, okay? If you watch any of that content from last year, not once did I mention the mistress. I never said anything about her. And when I was gonna get to her story time, her name wasn't gonna be in it because when I tell a story, I don't put names in the story. First of all, I don't even call my ex-husband's name on this channel. We call him Chucky, baby. So we don't call anybody's real name for any reason unless we are forced to. And that's what happened a few days ago. So a few days ago, I was forced to expose the fact that my ex had a mistress and was one of the reasons that we are getting a divorce, okay? You know, outside of the abuse. But that is a part of abuse, you know. Being a mistress and having a mistress, that's definitely abusive. If it's in your face and the person is denying that they're having an affair. But you know they're having an affair because you're reading the messages. Oh, wow. Upon realizing that, I had a few altercations with this woman. And again, we'll get to those when we get to the story times. Because the same way I did Tasmanian Devil series, oh baby, it's going to be the Mistress series, okay? It's going to be the Mistress series. The only difference is nobody would have known who this cracker was had she not just sat there and ate her food, okay? You had one job, ma'am. It was to keep Chucky happy. But Chucky's not happy. He's not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sat there harassing me, trying to bother me, the mother of the children. Why would you ever do that? It doesn't make any sense. Especially when you have nothing to do with anything. It's actually crazy making behavior, okay? And it's very problematic. One thing these heifers are always going to come with is the audacity, okay? And that is obviously why I sit before you today, because since this woman, if we can even call her that, since this demon actually decided that she was going to go out of her way to pay money, cash money for a membership to keep tabs on me. I hadn't posted a video about that lady yet, okay? She was waiting for her turn and she couldn't wait. So she had to stir some stuff up. And she was lurking in the membership. They were lurking in the membership, paying my membership, okay? When I had already actually shut my channel down, I said, I've taught a lot. I've actually gone over pretty much everything there is to know about narcissism. I don't really want to do that this year. You know what I'm supposed to be doing this year? Traveling. And you know why I can't travel? Because I have a stalker and a harasser that I had to shut my trip down. That is already paid for. See, I was supposed to go to LA, but I'm not going because the people that are stalking me and harassing me are fucking unhinged. I can't leave my children for a week for work. All that y'all were supposed to be seeing this year on my channel was travel vlogs. Travel vlogs. I was done talking about what happened in my marriage outside of the mistress story time, but that was gonna be a key. I was done talking about my marriage and all the abuse and stuff, okay? I was done. I was uncomfortable. I had stated that many times. I don't like posting this content because I feel like it's aggravating to the abuser. And the abuser knows where I live. So I didn't like posting the content. But at the same time, if I'm being silenced like I was silenced for 10 years, I had to push through it. Because so many of you have told me how you were in the same situation and you had to leave. It is not easy to come up here and talk about being abused. It is not easy to do that, okay? It is not easy to raise my children in this type of situation. It is not easy to have a restraining order on the person that you had children with. They don't give out restraining orders for no reason. And the fact that the abuse extended through new people since I had a restraining order in place is very telling and very textbook of dealing with people that have NPD, allegedly. That being said, one thing I never do is sit up here and lie. So when I found out that my ex-husband was enlisting somebody that he lives with, that he is dating, that he has a fur baby with, to stalk and harass me with the catfish comments, and then the text messages rolled through and creating extra problems that we don't need, baby. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I called that heifer out because it was a long time coming. But I would have sat there and ate my food had she sat there and ate her food. We would have had a nasty key. I would have told the mistress story time. We would have called her something else. We would have gave her a different name. We would have called her RATPUNZEL. We would have called her RATPUNZEL, okay? Nutpunzel. That's what we would have called her. We wouldn't have called her real name. But when you find out that somebody is doing something they're not supposed to do, you call them out. And they get spooked and nervous, okay? Spooked and nervous. I was 100% sure that they were in there, but I didn't have the proof to back it. So then when I got the proof to back it, I said it's on like Donkey Kong. And I posted it and exposed her. Because how do you, as the mistress that aided in the breakdown of the marriage, have the audacity to be stalking and harassing the ex-wife? How? During an ongoing custody battle at that. Aside from that, you're watching the content. I'm providing the facts and the evidence to support my claims. And she still sat there acting like I am crazy. Because that's what she was fed. She was fed that I was the crazy one. That's a big part of the story. I was a crazy baby mama that wouldn't let go. Yet my ex was forcefully removed from the home. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This whole entire time, it's been some bull, okay? And I've sat here not saying nothing about this lady because she's a non-factor, essentially. in the legal sense. In the legal sense, she had nothing to do with anything. So I didn't address her. I didn't address about when she was harassing my lawyer and showing up at my lawyer's office. Where do they do that at? Why is the mistress showing up at my lawyer's office and she is not a litigant? Make it make sense. She wanted so badly to be involved. She wanted so badly to be a litigant that she decided that she was going to sue me. Delusion. Let's talk about it. Because how are you suing your boyfriend's ex-wife? Let's read the lawsuit, shall we? I am the lawyer for Miss RATPUNZEL with regard to allegations of ongoing libel, slander, and harassment. Bull, mother effing shit. We have been provided numerous posts that you have made to your YouTube channel, which specifically name and denigrate RATPUNZEL. To your more than 500,000 followers. Y'all didn't even do your research, because baby, I have 300,000 subscribers. 300,000. And maybe you guys are manifesting for me. The comments made against her are false. No, they're factual. And had you guys done your research, you would have went to go see the facts and the evidence. The text messages from a year ago. You would have went to go see that and stop wasting my time, the court's time, stop wasting everybody's time, okay? Misleading and intentionally designed to elicit a hostile reaction to her by your followers. No. See, you, Miss RATPUNZEL, had no business in my membership. My membership is for my supporters. You are not a supporter. In fact, you're the opposite, because instead of telling her boyfriend to do what's right, she's over there helping him do what's wrong. Continued harassment, continued stalking. Imagine continued disrespect, continued abuse. Way back when they've been trying to legally bully me, and I was never going for it. They tried to legally bully me before he even had a lawyer. They tried it. They kept threatening to tell his lawyer stuff, and he was representing himself. That's how crazy this whole situation has been. She's like, I'm forwarding this to his lawyer, when I'm telling her not to message me. He didn't have a lawyer at the time. Trying to spook me and nervous me. Baby, it's not happening. I keep telling these people to leave me alone. It's not happening. That's neither here nor there. Mama wanted to be involved so bad. She wanted to be involved so bad that she's now trying to do this. They are comments which you knew or ought to have known would result in ongoing harassment, threats, and harm. How? If that is the case, or if that was the case, I am a free mother effing agent, okay? I'm a free thinker. And the people that are following me are the same. They are grown. Didn't nobody threaten her. Even if they felt like she deserved it. Didn't nobody threaten this lady. They told her that her protein balls look like trash, and they did not lie. That's not even her Instagram page. They asked her about her sleeping with married men. That's not a lie. She had an affair with a married man. Where are the lies? She also had no business in the membership, stalking and reporting back to somebody that has a restraining order out on them because of abuse. This shall serve as a notice to you under the provisions of the Libel and Slander Act S-17 of her intention to bring an action against you for damages as a result of the post and the corresponding harm they are doing to my client. The gag about the whole entire thing is, how are you stalking me? You get called out for stalking me because you have no business stalking me. I call you out for stalking me, and now you're trying to sue me? Girl, go sit down somewhere. But all y'all are stupid as fuck, okay? Stupid, dumb. Among other things, damages in the amount of $150,000. Baby. Baby, I will claim bankruptcy before anybody gets a dime out of me, especially not the fucking mistress and my ex-husband that's not paid child support, not paid a red cent, that lied about his income. You want me to pay $150,000? All of y'all can chalk up under uno blood clot, mama. Chalk up. Like, are you guys stupid? Ooh, it's good. Ooh, or more are common for internet libel and slander matters. We will also be seeking an injunction forcing you and the various social media that you have engaged in to remove any and all social media accounts. Ma'am, y'all are doing too much. Ooh, bet you won't sleep with a married man again. Bet you won't. Bet you won't, whore. I bet you won't. To avoid further action against you, you will immediately remove any and all posts, videos, comments, or other material that you have put on social media, any social media platform, including but not limited to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, if applicable. You will also immediately publish an apology. I'm going to apologize to the woman that was sleeping with my husband, having an affair with my husband. The woman that's been keeping food out of my children's mouth because y'all got a dog. Okay, you have been keeping food out of my children's mouth and you want me to do what? Ma'am, please. You should be very embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, ma'am. Oh my God. An apology. Tell your boyfriend to apologize. Yeah, for being abusive. Tell your boyfriend to apologize. Tell your boyfriend. And you actually, ma'am, you need to be issuing an apology to me and my kids. That's who you need to be apologizing to. Me and my children. That's who you need to apologize to. I will not apologize to no whore. I'm not going to apologize to no whore that has disrespected me since last year. Please, spare me. Spare me. I don't come on here and tell no fucking lies. I don't do it. Spare me. Spare me the bull. Apologize. That's the most audacious thing in this whole entire letter. It's one thing to say sue the girl, but to demand an apology? You should be sorry to yourself, ma'am, because you are a disgrace. You're a cretin. Only a piece of fucking scum would be doing the stuff that you've been doing for over a year now that involve me and my kids. Only a piece of scum. You're not even a piece of scum. You're just demonic. There's no words to describe what you have done over the last year and change and how you've negatively impacted me and my home. It's not nice to be on the receiving end of the abuse, is it? It's not nice. That's why you're really mad. And I get it, because I lived it for 10 years. But you're not going to take it out on me, ma'am. You don't get to be a mistress and think nobody's gonna say nothing about it. You would have just got the story times like everybody else. We would have never said anything, Rapunzel. We wouldn't have said anything. We wouldn't have called your real name until we find out that you're lurking in the darkness, in the shadows, and you get exposed, and now you're mad. I would be mad too. Fuck with that damn Sasquatch. I would be mad. I would be so mad. Failure to do this and provide evidence of the removal will result in an action being brought in the Ontario Superior Court of Justice seeking damages as described above, as well as additional damages for the intentional infliction of emotional harm and suffering. You know I get victims' compensation for the abuse that your man put me through. You do know that, right? And actually, you have emotionally harmed me and have made me and my children suffer. So actually, I'm going to get victims' compensation because of both of y'all. Because you have helped my narcissistic ex-husband continue the abuse after I left him. And I kindly told you, ma'am, stay out of our marital business. You could do what you want to do with him. That's not a problem because, baby, I don't want him. But stay out of our marital business. I asked that nicely over a year ago. I did. You refused and said you thought that you wanted to be involved. You wanted some attention. And then I finally give it to you. And now I get this. It's cute. Govern yourself accordingly. Yours sincerely. And then, of course, her lawyer is at the same law office as my ex-husband's lawyer. So that's what's going on in my world right now. It's actually disgusting. It's disgusting. Obviously, I would not get on the internet and make up a bunch of bull, okay? Would never do it. And whatever people decide to do with the information was their business. That had nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Because actually, when I have posted videos, it's even in the comment section. There's rules and regulations that actually your client didn't follow. They didn't leave nice comments. And then, to top it off, sent me texts from fake numbers harassing me. I posted them to the community tab. Everybody saw them. They came from her. The allegations were not false. That's what IP addresses are about. This whole entire situation is disgusting and crazy. Close your legs to married men and you wouldn't be in no problems, ma'am. You wouldn't be embarrassed right now, ma'am. That's why you're really mad, because you were exposed for being a whore. Whose fault is that? Mine or yours? And you're asking for apologies. Apologize to my fucking kids. Apologize. You apologize. Don't ask me, tell me I need to apologize. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to freaking do. But y'all already be seeing how God work in my life, so you've been warned.